Hello everyone, this is Alex from Coastal Edge Homebuyers. People often ask me, who are your customers? Why would people call you and when are you a good solution for them? This video is for you, and we're going to cover some situations in which selling your house fast for cash is maybe your best option. So we buy houses. We're Coastal Edge Homebuyers and we buy houses in Suffolk, Virginia. So if you have a house that needs some repairs or it needs a lot of repairs, we may be your best choice. And this is how this works. We help people in several different situations where we actually probably the best fit for them. So what are those situations? Well, somebody inherited a house, or maybe several siblings inherited a house. They may live out of state, or some of them may, and they inherited a house. Maybe a grandma or grandpa passed away. The house hasn't been updated in years, and now they're wondering what to do with it. If they can put some funds together and get contractors out there, fix the house up, they can sell it on the retail market for top dollar. In some cases, that's not feasible. If the siblings maybe are hard to get along between each other, or maybe they're all living in different places, they have a lot of life responsibilities, sometimes selling the house fast as is for cash is the best solution. And this is exactly what we do. We buy houses as is. We're going to take a look at the property and we're going to make a cash offer on the spot. So this is one way in which situation you can be calling us and maybe getting an offer. Now, what else can be happening, in which case you may want to call us? Maybe you have some liens, maybe tax lien, mechanics liens, maybe utility bills, maybe some financial troubles. In some cases, you need to sell a house fast to pay off some bills, or maybe you're no longer able to pay the mortgage. We get customers that call us that are in pre-foreclosure situation, and that's where we can also help. In some cases, we do what's called taking over the mortgage payments. So why is that good for someone? Well, because if we buy the house from you and we take over your mortgage payments for a house that you no longer afford, well, we can save your credit. And this is very important because people that get into foreclosure, this can stay on your record for more than 7 years, or at least 7, and then it will be damaging to your credit on the long term, because during that amount of time of 7 years, you are unable to get a mortgage for another house. You may have a hard time because of the big ding on your credit to get things such as buying a house or even renting an apartment. All these things can be issues that we can help you resolve by purchasing the house from you in a pre-foreclosure situation. Now, in what other cases this may be good for you to call us? Well, maybe your house was rented. Maybe you had a second or a third house. Maybe you had several that you've been renting out over the years, and now you're tired of it. You're tired of dealing with tenants and repairs. Maybe it's time for you to retire. That would be a perfect solution for you to downsize, sell off some of these properties. You can fix them up and put them on the retail market. This always works. If you have the time and money to fix them, if you're willing to go through that process, go ahead and do that. You're going to get top dollar after they're fixed and flipped. Now, in some cases though, the house, you have some tenants that are not complying. We can buy the house from you even with the tenants in it. We can honor the lease until it expires, and then we can deal with it. So yes, we can buy the house even with the tenants in it. In some cases, the house needs a lot of repairs, and you as a landlord, you don't want to deal with this anymore. You just want to be done with it. You're going to sell as is. If that's your desire, we can help. We can come out there, take a look at the house. We're going to give you a fair cash offer based on the current condition of the house. So if you have a house in Suffolk that you need to sell, that needs significant repairs, give us a call. We'd be happy to help you out and give you some options. Now, in some cases, some people take a different kind of option from us, which is to take payments as opposed to a lump sum. Why would that be beneficial to somebody? This is what we call owner financing. This is a type of deal where if the house is completely paid off and you're the owner, you can become the financier, which means we give you monthly payments and you have it like a second pension per se. This is money that we pay you each month, a fixed amount for X number of years, whatever we can agree on. And why is that good for you? Because some people, when they take a lump sum, of course, you're going to pay taxes on that. And some people are not that good with money and they want to spend it all very quickly. In that case, if you get monthly payments for a number of years, it's kind of like you're renting your house out, but you don't have to worry about repairs because we're actually buying the house from you. But instead of a lump sum, you get payments. And get this part, it's also important to note that if you sell with payments versus a lump sum, you're going to get more money on the long run, as opposed to a cash lump sum upfront. And this is the same situation as when you deal with the Virginia lottery. It's the same type of deal. You can get a lump sum or maybe payments over time. And again, at the end of the day, it's your choice how you handle this. So what other situations we can help with? People that are downsizing, people that need to move out of state because of a job offer. In that case, they can call us, we can make it happen for them. Now, when you sell through a real estate agent, that's the traditional way that most people are familiar with. What you may not realize is that you have holding costs. You have to also pay 6% commission to the agent because that's what usually that is. And on a $200,000 house, this would be $12,000 in commissions that you have to pay. Usually half of it goes to your agent representing you, the seller, and the other half goes to the buying agent, their real estate agent. So each one of them takes half of that 6%. Also, you have to sign an agreement with the agent, and then you have to deal with the banking and the financing of the end buyer that will buy the house, and that may take some time. As opposed to working with us, which is we're not only going to take the house as is, it doesn't matter what's in it, the stuff in the house doesn't affect the price at all. But we can also choose, with your help, we can choose a closing date that will work for you. This is also very important, especially with people that are on a certain timeline or a short timeline. We can execute very quickly. Depending on the title and how clean it may be, we can close in as soon as 7 days. In some cases, that's very important, especially when you have an urgent situation. Maybe there's a medical emergency, maybe there's something else that is prompting you to sell the house fast. So if you have a house in Suffolk and you're wondering, how do I sell my house fast in Suffolk, Virginia, we may be your best choice. Just give us a call. We're going to go over your options and we can help you out. So as you can see, we are actually helping many different types of people in different situations. Life can throw many curveballs at you. In some cases, if you have the time and money to fix the house yourself, go ahead and do that. If you want to pay others to do it, yes, that's also will work just fine. If you want to sell through a real estate agent, that's also fine. But it means that you have to sign the contract with an agent to represent you. You have to pay them 6% commission. You have to wait for financing to be approved for the end buyer. You usually have to do at least a light rehab on the house. You have to do multiple showings. Some people just do not like to deal with that. Sometimes, especially if you're out of state, you may not have the time, the desire, or the level of control that you wish to have over the house or the showings. So in that case, you might as well just sell it for cash, faster as is, especially if it's an older house, especially if it needs repairs. So as you can see, we covered a number of different strategies that you can take depending on your situations as far as how and why you can be calling us and what the reason for that may be. So if you have a house that you need to sell fast, give us a call. Even if your situation doesn't fit the ones that I described earlier, just give us a call. We'll be happy to take a look at your particular circumstances and give you all the options available to you so you can make a wise and informed decision about how and when to sell your house. If you have any other questions, please reach out. We're Coastal Edge Homebuyers. We buy houses locally in Suffolk, Virginia, and the surrounding areas, basically in the 7 cities of Hampton Roads. You can reach us at 757-414-7117.